Students, today also we will discuss the exercise problems in quadratic equation. Exercise 5.3 and problem number 9. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. Suppose I will take a tank. Here this is the smaller tap and this is the larger one. So both together the tank can fill the tank in 9 3/8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less. If we didn't take this, only this larger tap will fill the tank in 10 hours less than the smaller one. So find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. First of all, we will take let the smaller tap to fill the tank in X hours. Then the larger tap to fill the tank in less than 10 hours less than the smaller. That means X minus 10 hours. Next, if smaller tap fill the tank in 1 hour. Smaller tap fill the tank in 1 hour equal to 1 by X. Similarly, the larger tap to fill the tank in 1 hour is 1 by X minus 10. So together tanks fill in 9 3/8 hours. So then we will add these two and equate to 9 3/8. Then we will get 9 by X plus 1 by X minus 10 equal to, in how many hours? 9 3/8 hours. 9 3/8 hours in 1 hour. So that means 9 8s are 72 plus 3, 75 by 8 into 1 by X plus 1 by X minus 10 equal to 1. That means 1 by X plus 1 by X minus 10 equal to 8 by 75. Now we will take the LCM here. X into X minus 10 and here X minus 10 plus X equal to 8 by 75. Now cross multiply. So here 2x minus 10 into 75 equal to here 8 into x square minus 10x. Then 75 2s are 150x minus 750 equal to 8x square minus 80x. So transpose these two terms to that side. Then we will get 8x square minus 80x minus 150x minus 230x plus 750 equal to 0. Now we will find the roots of this quadratic equation. Here a equal to a and we will divide the both sides with 8. We will get x square minus so otherwise we will take this say here a is equal to 8, b is equal to minus 230 and c is equal to 750. Now we will find the roots of this equation by using the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Then x equal to minus b means minus 230, minus into minus plus. So 230 plus or minus square root of 230 square. That is 529. 23 are 529 0 minus 4 into a means 8, c means 750 by 2 into 8. Then 230 plus or minus square root of 52,900 minus 32 into 750. 24,000 by 16. Then 230 plus or minus square root of 52,900 minus 24,000. We will get 28,900 by 16. Then 230 plus or minus root 289, that is 17. That means 170 by 16. So x equal to 230 plus or minus 170 by 16. Then the roots is x is equal to 230 plus 170 by 16 and 230 minus 170 by 16. 230 plus 170. 400. 400 by 16. 400 by 16. And 230 minus 170. 60. 60 by 16. Now cancel the terms. Thus x is equal to here. X is equal to 25 and here 15 by 4. So we will take the value of x is equal to 25. But we are not taking this rational number. That we will take x is equal to 25. So the smaller tap. So smaller tap will fill the tank in. Smaller tap will fill the tank in 25 hours. And the larger tap will fill the tank in x minus 10. That is 25 minus 10. That is 15 hours. Next problem. An express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. If the average speed of the express train is 11 km per hour, more than that of passenger train, find the average speed of two trains. Now, first we will take let the passenger train let the passenger train average speed be x kilometer per hour. Let the passenger train average speed be x kilometer per hour. Then the average speed of express train is here express train is 11 kilometer more than, that means x plus 11 kilometer per hour. And the time taken by the passenger train, time taken by the passenger train to travel between Mysore and Bengaluru. Time taken by the passenger train to travel the Mysore and Bengaluru. Then how many kilometers? At 132 kilometer. Then we will get 132 by x hours. Similarly, the time taken by the express train to travel between Mysore and Bangalore at 132 kilometers is 132 by x plus 11 hours. So from the question we have express train is 1 hour less the passenger train. So that means 132 by x plus 11 equal to 132 by x minus 1. So 132 by x plus 11 equal to 132 by x minus 1. I will transpose to 132 by x to this side. Then we will get 132 by x plus 11 minus 132 by x equal to minus 1. Then we will get, I will take 132 as common. So 1 by x plus 11 minus 1 by x equal to minus 1. So take LCM here, x plus 11 into x. So x minus x plus 11 equal to minus 1 by 132. Then x minus x minus 11 by x square plus 11 equal to minus 1 by 132. Cross multiply. Then we will get here plus x and minus x will cancel. Minus here minus 11 and minus 1. Minus gets cancelled. And we will get x square plus 11x. Sorry, 11x. X square plus 11x equal to 1452. Then x square plus 11x minus 1452 equal to 0. Now this is in the form of quadratic equation. Now we will find the roots of this equation by using x is equal to minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. In this equation, a equal to 1, b equal to 11, c equal to minus 1452. Then substitute the values. Then we will get x equal to minus b means minus 11 plus r minus square root of 11 square means 121 minus 4 into a. A means 1 and b means minus 1452 by 2a. 2 into 1. That minus 11 plus r minus square root of 121. Here minus into minus plus 1452 into 4. We will get 5808. 5808 by 2. Then minus 11 plus r minus square root of 5808 plus 121. 5929 by 2. Then minus 11 plus r minus root 5929 is 77. 77 by 2. So x equal to minus 11 plus 77 by 2 and minus 7 minus 11 minus 77 by 2. So x equal to 66 by 2 and minus 88 by 2. So that is equal to 33 comma minus 44. But we will not take the negative value. So x is the, so average speed of the passenger train is 33 kilometers per hour. And the average speed of the express train is 33 plus 11, that is 44 kilometers. So therefore, average speed of passenger train equal to 33 kilometer per hour, and average speed of express train equal to 33 plus 11, that is 44 kilometer per hour. So next problem, sum of the areas of two squares is 468 meter square. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, find the sides of the two squares. So first let the side of the smaller square, smaller square is x meters. Then the perimeter of the smaller square equal to 4 into x. So 4x meters. Next, perimeter of the larger square. Is 4x plus 24. Here they gave, if the difference of their perimeters is 24, then so the perimeter of the larger square is 4x plus 24 meters. So side of the larger square equal to 4x plus 24 by 4. I will take 4 as common, then we will get x plus 6 by 4. So x plus 6 meters. Side of the larger square is x plus 6 meters. Side of the smaller square is x meters. Now we will take area of the smaller square. Area of the smaller square equal to x square centimeter square. Then area of the larger square is x plus 6 whole square centimeter square. Then sum of the areas of two squares is 468 meters they give. So x square plus x plus 16 whole square equal to 468. So x square plus x plus 6, sorry, not 16, 6 whole square equal to 468. Then x square plus, this is a plus b whole square, x square plus 12x plus 36 equal to 468. Then 2x square plus 12x minus 36 minus plus 36 minus 468. So minus 432 equal to 0. Now I will divide both sides with 2. Then we will get x square plus this is 12x plus 6x minus 216 equal to 0. Now this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Then we will get the roots of this equation. Here a equal to 1 and b equal to 6 and c equal to minus 216. So by using the formula x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Substitute the values. Minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 4 into a is 1 and b is 2 minus 216 by 2. Then minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 plus 216 fourths. 216 fourths. 464 by 2. So 464 plus 36. 500. So minus 6 plus or minus square root of 500 by 2. Here, sorry, 460, not 464, 864. So here 864. So 864 plus 36, 900. Then we will get minus 6 plus or minus square root of, root 900 means 30 by 2. So x equal to minus 6 plus 30 by 2 and minus 6 minus 30 by 2. So x equal to 24 by 2 and minus 36 by 2. So x equal to 12 and minus 18. But we didn't take the negative values. Then we will take x is equal to 12. So side of the smaller square. Side of smaller square is 12 centimeters and 12 meters, and side of the larger square. Side of larger square is x plus 4. Sorry, x plus 6. That means 12 plus 6. That is equal to 18 meters. The next problem is an object is thrown upwards with an initial velocity of 17 meter per second from a building with 12 meter height. It is at a height of s equal to 12 plus 17t minus 5t square from the ground after a flight of t seconds. Find the time taken by the object to touch the ground. So to touch the ground means s is equal to 0. So then we will take 12 plus 17t minus 5t square equal to 0. So then I will write this equation as 5t square minus 17t minus 12 equal to 0. So this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now we will find the roots of this equation. So here a is equal to 5, b equal to minus 17, c equal to minus 12. So x equal to, here t is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So then minus b means 17 plus or minus square root of b square means 17 square, that is 289, minus 4 into a is 5 and c is minus 12 by 2 into 5. Then 17 plus or minus square root of 289 minus into minus plus. So 4 5s are 20. 20 into 12, that is 240 by 10. Then 17 plus or minus square root of 289 plus 240 is 529 by 10. So then t equal to 17 plus or minus root 529 means 23 by 10. So t equal to 17 plus 23 by 10 and 17 minus 23 by 10. That equal to 17 plus 23. 40 by 10 and 17 minus 23 minus 6 by 10. So we are not taking the negative value. Then t is equal to 4 seconds. So the time taken by the object to touch the ground is 4 seconds. Problem: if a polygon of n sides has 1 by 2 n into n minus 3 diagonals, how many sides are there in a polygon with 65 diagonals? Is there a polygon with 50 diagonals? So polygon of n sides has 1 by 2 into n minus 3. They are asking with a polygon of 65 diagonals. So that means 1 by 2 into n minus 3 equal to 65. So n into n minus 3 is equal to 65 into 2. So n square minus 3n equal to 65 2s are 130. So n square minus 3n minus 130 equal to 0. Now this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now we will find the roots of this sides of this equation. So n equal to minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here a equal to 1, b equal to minus 3 and c equal to minus 130. So n equal to minus b means minus 3 and minus of minus, that is 3 plus 3 plus r minus square root of b square means 3 3s are 9 minus 4 into a is 1 and c is minus 130 by 2. That is equal to 3 plus r minus square root of 9. Here minus into minus plus 4 into 130 means 4 13s are 52. So 520 by 2. That is equal to 3 plus r minus root 529 by 2. So then n equal to 3 plus r minus root 529 means 23 by 2. So n equal to 3 plus 23 by 2 and 3 minus 23 by 2. So n equal to 26 by 2 and minus 20 by 2. So n equal 13 comma minus 10. We did not take the negative value. So number of sides. Number of sides equal to 13. And next they are asking also, is there a polygon with 50 diagonals? Now we will take as 1 by 2 n into n minus 3 is equal to 50. Then n into n minus 3 is equal to 100. So n square minus 3n minus 100 equal to 0. Now this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So a equal to 1, b equal to minus 3 and c equal to minus 100. Substitute the values of minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Then minus 3, that means minus into minus plus 3 plus r minus square root of 9 minus 4 into 1 into c is minus 100 by 2. So 3 plus r minus square root of 9 plus 400 by 2. So that is equal to 3 plus r minus square root of 409 by 2. We don't we didn't have the root of 409. Here we didn't get the value. Then we are not. Is there a polygon with 50 diagonals? So no. There is not a polygon with 50 diagonals. because we are not find the sides of this polygon. So that's why we are not taking the 50 diagonal polygon.